Hello and welcome to PivotViews. PivotViews is an easy-to-use report viewer that allows administrators to deliver reports quickly from various data sources. Users only need to fill in a few parameters, or in some cases no parameters at all, to run reports. Once executed, reports in PivotViews can be filtered, summarized, drilled down into, and customized to meet changing needs. All of this in a single application. Perhaps what is most unique about PivotViews is how easy it is to add new reports. All reports are based on stored procedures, which, once created, allow administrators to add reports in minutes. More on these later. You might question the need for yet another reporting tool when there are so many in the market. So why PivotViews? What does PivotViews do that makes it better? If you can use Excel, you can use it with no additional effort or training, but it can do so much more. It's designed to be easy to use for all types of users. It's flexible. You can sort, filter, group, export, and email reports. It is easy for administrators to deliver reports, simple for everyday users to run and customize those same reports, making them as useful as possible. If you can create stored procedures, there is no limit to the reports you can create. One quick note about this video. It is designed to provide a general overview of a handful of PivotViews features. Additional resources, in the form of detailed videos and online help files, will eventually be made available. So let's dive right in and take a look at how it all works. The most basic and yet most important task within PivotViews is running reports. When you first open PivotViews, you will see a list of the pre-configured reports available to you. You may already have similar reports in your current application. We hope you'll find our format easier to use. These sample reports are merely the starting point. As you add reports tailored to your business, you will be able to use this tool to its fullest potential. Click the report you wish to run. If the report has additional parameters that must be specified, a separate report settings area appears below the report list. A number of reports require that you provide parameters, which is how the report delivers exactly the data you need. Specify each required parameter. These are marked with a red X symbol. Any parameter marked in this way must be specified before you can run the report. Until then, the Run button will be grayed out. Report parameters vary from report to report, but may include date ranges, amounts, or in this case, geographical ranges. Basically, they are used to make sure you get exactly the data you want from the report. In our example, the report's region parameter is easy to select. You just click the area adjacent to the red X symbol and pick a region from the options that appear. The precise input method varies based on the type of parameter. For example, one date parameter may show a calendar, but another may require you to enter the date. A customer parameter may display a lookup list that helps you choose the customer. Other parameters may not provide a selector, in which case you just type in the desired parameter value. This is something you customize. So what else do you have to do to run this report? Well, nothing really. Just click either of the Run buttons at the bottom and top of the application. PivotViews quickly processes the corresponding data and displays it on the right side of the application. That's it. Simple, right? Of course, PivotViews can do much more. PivotViews has two main report formats: pivot reports, which are just like Excel pivot tables, and table reports, which are like regular spreadsheets but can be more detailed. Additionally, you can also run your pre-existing Crystal and SQL Server Reporting Services reports. With PivotViews, you have one place to run all your reports. Each report's type is shown in the Report Type column. Different customization options are available for each report type. The report we just executed is a pivot type. You can zoom in or out to get more or less detail as needed. You can rearrange columns, remove column data from the report, or filter based on specific columns. Table reports provide the option to drag column headings to group by that column. Crystal reports also display a unique set of options. These options appear at the top of the report, on the left side of the report, and at the bottom of the report. All of these report features will be covered in more detail in the future. Right now, we simply want to give you an idea of the customization options that each report type offers. Favorites are a way for you to save your report parameters and layout to use again the next time you run the report. Just give it a descriptive name so that you can quickly find and re-execute a report without having to recreate it. Remember earlier when we executed the report and specified a region? Notice that several options exist for the region. But let's say you only ever want to see information for the United States. The other regions are not important to you. Using the PivotViews favorite feature, you can set up this region to easily execute with a single mouse click. You'll never have to touch the report's parameters again. First, select a region. As mentioned in this example, we'll select the United States. The Save Options button on the Home tab allows you to create a favorite based on this particular region selection. Provide a descriptive name for the option, making it easy to identify. You can even provide a more detailed description, but only the name is necessary. Once you save the favorite, it will automatically appear as an option when the report is selected from the list. Now you can quickly re-execute this report without reselecting the United States region. Notice that only the US data is displayed. But perhaps you don't like the default layout of the report itself. Look at the country region code column, the one we just highlighted. Kind of useless now, right? You know this report only shows sales in the United States. It's been confirmed. Heck, you set it up that way. Let's get rid of that column and its data. Also, let's move the order date column to the far left of the report, since maybe you like to view sales information by date. Notice that the orders are now grouped by date. Now let's save the report as a favorite again, so that this custom layout is also saved. Notice that the United States already appears in the option name box. If it didn't, you could select it from the drop-down list. We'll replace the favorite we created earlier, which only specified the region, with both the region and the customized report layout. Now, if we re-execute the report, both the region and layout changes appear as specified earlier, including the removal of the country region code column and the move date column and associated grouping. You can also edit existing favorites or remove them. To make using PivotViews a more personal experience, the interface itself is customizable in a variety of ways. You can change how the reports list is displayed. You can sort the report list by category, by report type, or even by both. Additionally, you can perform a standard sort on the displayed columns. You can also pin your favorite reports so that they always appear at the top of the list. Multiple reports can be pinned, and you can remove any pinned report if you no longer want to see that report at the top of the list. Finally, you can add colors to the reports, which provides a quick visual cue for grouping reports. This color appears on the reports list and on the Reports tab, and immediately below the tab after it is executed. Once you generate a report, or multiple reports, you can customize how they are displayed within PivotViews. By default, each report is shown on its own tab. This multiple tab approach only allows you to see one report at a time. Let's say you want to view both reports at the same time, with one next to the other in its own area. There you have it. You can even resize the individual areas. Don't like the side-by-side approach? How about showing one report above the other? Both of these layouts are just not working for you? No worries. Get rid of them and return to the original tabbed view. It's all a matter of personal preference. You can even click and drag individual reports, placing them anywhere in the interface. Maybe a strange layout, but you get the general idea. Reports can even be shown in standalone windows. But no matter what you do, you can always return to the original view. Basically, PivotViews allows you to arrange your reports in any way you see fit, no matter how crazy it may seem. Several formatting options are available, which allow you to further customize your reports. For example, you can use conditional formatting to call out specific data, Conditional formatting is available for both table and pivot reports via a right-click menu. Let's demonstrate on a table report. The conditional formatting option offers several choices based on the type of data displayed in the column. You can apply a single conditional format. For example, let's highlight all entries greater than $20,000. You can even apply multiple conditions to the same column, such as arrows to show trend lines. The second formatting is applied, while the first is retained, so both are shown. You can clear the conditional formatting at any time. Additionally, pivot and table reports each have a unique toolset which allows for even further customization. These features are available from the tabs that appear in the upper right corner of the application. Table reports have a Table Report tab and associated options. Pivot reports also support conditional formatting using a similar right-click mechanism. They also have formatting options available from two tabs, the Pivot Report tab and the Pivot Chart tab, each of which provides access to numerous formatting options. So let's take a bit of time to talk about creating new reports. PivotViews uses stored procedures to get data from the database. A stored procedure, as the name suggests, is a set of SQL instructions, say a small program, which reside on your database server. They can combine data from multiple tables, perform calculations, and other operations to deliver precisely the data needed by a report. If you are using an SQL database, you will probably have a database administrator, in-house or at a consulting firm, who is well versed in creating these small programs. They would know where to find and how to deliver a tabular dataset. This reliance on stored procedures then eliminates all the complexity in creating reports. No more dealing with tables, joins, measures, dimensions, and all that jargon. No more struggling to bring all that data together. You can actually view stored procedures and even copy them in the same area where you edit, add, or delete reports. In addition to managing reports, you can also manage PivotViews users, including controlling report access, and manage lookups and grouping. Of course, there will almost certainly come a time when you need to share your report with others. PivotViews gives you several ways to do this, based on your personal preference. Still a fan of paper? Print your report. Want to view the report in another application? Export it. Create an Excel file, a CSV file, or various other formats. You can even email the report, all right from the PivotViews interface. That concludes our brief tour of PivotViews. We hope this video has given you a basic understanding of the interface, how easy it is to use, and how much information it puts at your fingertips. Look for more videos and even online help files to be released in the coming weeks. Each one will highlight, in more detail, the many features available within PivotViews. Thanks for taking the time to watch.